Hey guys, happy, what is it Monday, right? Yeah, happy Monday, guys. Time for some operations over here. Hey, so we are going to be picking up where we left off with our little, switch list here, playing with dice and stuff like that. Let me go ahead and show you down here. So, we rolled our dice after our hauler came in, and then we figured out which industries we were going to be going out to. Now, we got this one done. First one off the list here, which was the LOA 32L for my La Mirada local here. And we got the Huntington Beach local is next. That's this guy right here. We're going to be switching out 3 industries. We've got all the cars marked down over here. So that's the train we're going to be running today. And we're going to take the local, which is these guys here you see off on the left-hand side. Let's get them fired up. And while they're firing up over here, let me see who's coming along over here. I don't know. We'll see. I was thinking I was going to take some of the guys, but we'll just make believe there, because this is going to get a little bit complicated, and so I don't want to fuss with moving the guys around and stuff like that. So we got imaginary crew here today. All right, let's get the lights on. There we go. We pull by our one and only light pole. That's you guys are gonna hate me. I actually have 3 other light posts for the yard already, well, completed to the same sort of spec or completeness right there. But you know how I am. Everything's like, kind of half done, half baked, right? It takes a while over here to get stuff done, but we have fun doing it here. So anyway, we gotta grab our cars over here. So this is going to be an interesting little local here. This one's going to be complicated. It always is with Southern California Edison, because that's my industry where there is a switchback in the industry. Like, we could do just one video on that, and it would probably take a while, and it has in the past. So let's come back here a little bit. We'll give you a view here. But we're just gonna go until until we're tired, and we want to go look at the solar eclipse. Oh boy! So we're gonna back up over here. We'll grab our line of cars here, starting with that blue one you see right there off on the right-hand side of the yard, that is, as we're viewing it here. Anyway, yeah, so that it's Monday, it's solar eclipse day. Everybody has gone out of their minds like it's never happened before or something like that. It's kind of interesting because, you know me, I got all sorts of hobbies. And one of my hobbies, well, let's put it this way. Hold on, let's get connected up over here first. All right, there we go. We got a good connection. Let's give them a stretch over here. Yep. All right, before I go off on a rant here on my hobbies, let's pull out of the yard really quick, get on our way, and then we'll chit-chat as we go here. So, we got 4 cars here, and the first one we're going to be doing is that light blue one at the tail end there, going into United Polymers there. So, we'll take a look at, ooh, that sounded weird, huh? I got sidetracked. What are we doing? Oh yeah, we'll take a look at the switch list as we go over here, and we're, like I said, we're just gonna get as far as we can with this line of cars for today's video, right? So let me swing around over here. I'm gonna bring this switch list with me over here, and my ginormous mug of coffee as we pull on out. Let me put this over here. I gotta do the swing up bridge. Now, United Polymers, our first industry, where this little car right here is going to be switched out, is the very first one we get to. So this is going to be a quick, at least a quick start to the video right here, and then we got to head all the way down towards Westminster and Huntington Beach and all that for the remainder here. All right, as we run out here, you can see our first industry way down there, United Polymers. So let me set this up somehow. There we go. so we can get a view of the action here. And I gotta get my switch list too. Hold on. All right, I got my switch list in my other hand over here. So we got 2 hoppers, as you can see right there. And previously, what I had done when I generated my switch list here. Go ahead and quiet him down just for a second so you can hear the helicopters flying overhead. It's like, I don't know, Armageddon? Eclipse Armageddon or something happening? Anyway, previously when I made my switch list here, and I'm sorry, I can't fit it in with I only got one hand here, but basically I rolled the die to figure out if these cars are coming out. Now, I figured one of them had to come out because... All right, I gotta pick up the camera here. I'm gonna put down the skewer before I skewer myself. And yeah, so we've got 3 spots over here, right? 2 by the door right here where the hoppers are. And technically, I guess we could have a 3rd spot over there. You never know. We'll probably future expansion there. And then I kind of just have this little tanker spot over there just for fun. Just so this industry gets more than just hoppers. You know, it's United Polymers. So we figure we get, hoppers full of pellet, plastic pellets, and don't hate on me. I know this is make believe. I'm a guy in a garage, okay? So I just need hoppers. I don't care if they're grain hoppers, okay? Just suspend your belief that this is an actual train, okay? It's a train in a garage, and we're moving hoppers. All right. Anyway, yeah. So. I figured, well, we're going to have to take one of these hoppers because we are dropping off our little box car right here, and it does not go all the way at the back over there. So I just rolled the dice and figured, yeah, we're taking one of these. So let me take a quick look. I'm going to put the camera down again and take a look at my switch list here. And the one that's coming out is 827, which is the 2nd one, of course. Okay. So, I think the first thing we're going to do is roll in there. Let's get the sound back on over here. We're going to roll in, and we're going to pull out our 2nd hopper right there and get it on the main line, get it out of our way, and just taking a look at my switch list here again. Now, I keep track of the car spots. So the way I kind of figured it was that the first spot is always numbered 1, number 2, number 3, that sort of thing. So this car that we're pulling out is in spot number 2, and I think the one we're dropping off, if I take a look at it, it says spot number 2 also. So we're not like just switching these guys or anything. We're taking this one out and replacing them with this guy. That's the way it's going to work here. So yeah, we're just going to figure it out here. This sounds easy, but in my head, for whatever reason, it must be the Eclipse. It's getting more complicated. All right, hold on. Let me get the camera situated here. There we go. So you're not looking at all sorts of weird stuff there. Come on, camera. Stay put. Okay. Anyway, while we're doing this, yeah, come on, keep on going there, Engineer Rick. So yeah, first thing, let's get this guy out, put him on the main line, and then we'll respot all these guys. So let's talk Eclipse. Oh my goodness, it is currently occurring here. Probably like another, I don't know, I think another half an hour or so until the maximum here in Southern California, which is only going to be about 50%. Now, I think it's kind of cool, whatever, it's a thing, but man, oh man, what's up with everybody? You would think this is the biggest thing since sliced bread. Now, oh yeah, I was talking about my hobbies here. So one of my other hobbies, by chance, before I start going off on an Eclipse talk, I'm like a, whoop, hold on there, wrong way. One of my other hobbies is astronomy. I have a couple of different telescopes, very nice telescopes. I should do another channel on astronomy, huh? There we go. Don't tempt me. I only got so much time in here during the day and night, and so I'm not going to do another astronomy channel. Anyway, I know a little bit, right? I mean, I've got telescopes, I've looked at things, I've seen things, and I actually keep track of, celestial events. Ooh, 10 feet to go, right there, perfect. Got it. Let's get these guys out of here. Anyway, yeah, so I like seeing a eclipse just as much as everybody else, but I've never been in one where I'm like, where the whole thing is, in totality. But I've been in several, and especially here, actually, it's kind of funny because there's an easy way to look at them, and usually the easiest thing is 2 pieces of paper and a poker or a pencil. Make a little hole in a piece of paper and hold the piece of paper up to the sun with another piece of paper behind it. And obviously you don't look at the sun. I'm guessing you guys aren't complete morons. And you just look at the sunlight coming through the little hole in one paper and shining against the other paper. That's the way I do it. Or in a pinch. The other way I actually like to do it is I have a pair of binoculars. I guess I've seen so many of them, I'm kind of like, whatever. Hold up a pair of binoculars and backwards with a piece of paper. And that gives you a nice focused view of it. Anyway, so I did take a look at that just a little while ago here, and it's starting. You can see the little bit of oh, I hate these hoppers. Oh my goodness. Literally, and I have Katie couplers on here, but these hoppers are just a pain in the butt. I don't know why they are so hard to get disconnected. Okay, now what do we got to do here? Okay, actually, you know what? We should have pushed a little bit farther because I got to get this guy in first. So I don't want to uncouple these guys again. I'm going to make believe. We'll just kind of shove this guy a little bit farther back, because remember, we got to get this guy in door number 2 and then this guy back in door number 1. All right, right there. There we go. Ooh, don't get connected back up there. Anyway, yeah. So it's kind of interesting. So I've taken many pictures of eclipses through the years, and I was just looking back in my my Google photos. There was one last year, which is actually more. It was a bit more coverage here in Southern California than the one this year. This one's only, like I said, about 51% to be specific here in the general Southern California location. Last year's was a little bit more. I think it was like 70% or something like that, or something about along that line. Yeah, I'm looking at my TV there. I've got kind of live stream there, where somebody's live streaming it from different locations. I think it's more fascinating to see people's reaction and how it's being covered. You'd think that, like, I don't know, something ginormous is happening. Like, I get it. It's going across the United States and all that, but it's not like the first time it's happened, Just a few years back there, I think in 2018, was it? We had one that went the other, sort of came across the United States, so I don't know. It just kind of seems funny. It seems funny how the media kind of focuses in on things. And granted, like I said, it's cool, and it's going right across a big populated area and all that stuff, so it's kind of neat. But so I'm sure. Well, by the time you see this video, it's already done and over with. So did you see it? Let's put it that way. I guess it's already happened when you're watching this thing. All right, we got our car spotted in the right spot on door 2. Now we got to get this one back here and get him back in the location. Man, I thought this was going to be an easy little... don't get connected back up to that other hopper. Now, I thought this was going to be a nice little easy switcheroo here, but it's getting a little bit more complicated than I thought. But that's the beauty of this. We're here, forget about eclipses, who cares? We're here to talk about trains. See how we're just switching out one car here, and this is like the most complicated thing ever. Or at least it seems that way. We're going to make little adjustments here and figure out which car is going where and all that stuff. That's why I always like, I like saying you don't need a big giant layout to have a lot of fun if you do a switching layout, you know? That's why they have, you know, you look up switching layouts if you're new. And I know I've got a lot of new people and people that are just starting to kind of get their interest into model railroading and everything. And so, yeah, you don't need a big layout. Look up switching layouts. If you like running trains and just having a small space and don't have a lot of space, that kind of thing. All right. About there. All right. Oh boy. Okay, there we go. Kind of glad this industry is done, just because these hoppers are cheapo hoppers, and I know I've mentioned it before, but when they get, I have Katy couplers on them, but you know, I'm going to show you this because I know I've talked to other people, and if you look at this, you can see the coupler box right there, and it's just a snap-on. There's no screw or anything like that. It just snaps on. And so what happens here is make sure I can get this in view without these things wiggle around. Look at this. You can see the sort of snap-on thing wiggling, and that's why they always look high, they look low. They're a pain in the butt to you know, decouple and all that. So I hate these El Cheapo hoppers here. Let me go ahead and put this guy back down because we're actually going to leave him right there. We'll stop our train. So I got to do a little bit of work there on those, and you know, make them a little better. I mean, you know, it's a hopper. It's a cheap hopper. What are you going to say? So anyway, back to our switching here. We have pulled out, and we are ready to continue on. Now, here's a little caveat that we're going to do right here, and you can see I did kind of place this guy over here. We're actually going to leave our pickup right there on the main line. We're not taking them with us down to Huntington Beach because we do have the runaround right here, and listen, on this line over here, we are the only train. This is the only train that comes down here, so we can follow the main line all we want with this train. At least that's the way I'm running it for this little operation right here. So we did our switcheroo right here. We've got our first industry done, and we're going to leave this guy right here. Now, I did think about putting him on sort of the runaround track, but who cares? It doesn't matter. Since we are the only train, it's not really going to matter. All right, let's keep on going. So the next industry, and probably the last one for this video here, is going to be soundtracks. Now that's another little switching. We're doing the one boxcar over there, and should be pretty straightforward here. Let's get a nice view down here for the crossing. Looking nice. Stop shaking your hand there, Engineer Rick. Oh my goodness. Coming up to the horses over here. All right, our first stop right here, or our next stop, I should say, right over here. We'll be in front of our little, oh my goodness. Gotta have some puppies walking outside, and Mr. Benjamin is hanging out outside the door over there watching the eclipse, and the other dogs walk by. So we gotta switch our track over here before we head on down. And by the way, over here, I got so tired of looking at this horrendously ugly little garbage crane here. I painted him green. He's Army surplus. That's my story right there. He's probably going to get painted several more times before I'm satisfied. Anyway, we're turning down here. We're going to go by, go underneath the bridge. We got to blow the horn for the vagrants down there. We got the weirdos underneath the bridge. Now, we'll come around this way and through Anaheim. And come down here, and let me show you what we're going to be doing. Our next industries are, well, we've got this big one here. This is SoCal Edison, and we're going to be doing all our switching in there the next video. Because, like I said, that one's complicated. That'll do one whole video just for that right there. And but our next industry we're doing right here, this second, is soundtracks right there. So we're going to pull in here a little bit, and we'll do a quick run around and get those guys switched out. Right about let's see here. Let's stop over here. Let's take a look at our switch list here while we're at it. If I can figure out where I left it. Oh, wait, all the way down over here. All right. Okay, here's our switch list here. So we got the United Polymers done there. We're at soundtracks. Now we are dropping off the Norfolk Southern car, which is the last car in our line right there, that little brown one. And we are picking up the Kansas City car, spot 1. Thank goodness. Okay, so again, here with this industry right here, you can see that CN car is in spot 2, and the Kansas City Southern car is in spot 1. So this should be a quick little switcheroo right here. And then just for the heck of it, let's take a look at Southern California Edison. Now here we got, we're dropping off these 2 cars you can see the spots right there. So right there in spots, we're spotting cars in spot 1 and 6, track 1 and 2. I know we'll go into more detail on that next time around, but just to kind of show you what's going on there, we're picking up this yellow car, and we're going to be spotting cars, our little blue car and our tank car, on these 2 tracks down here. So you can see this is going to get a little bit complicated because it is a switchback over here, and we got another car sitting over there at the little oil pump and everything. We're going to have to deal with that guy. But now, let's go ahead and grab another skewer here, get disconnected. Here we go. Perfecto. Actually, I wonder if the 2 locomotives and those guys would switch right there. No, but see, we're not going to mess with that. That'll be the next video here. See, I'm trying to think ahead to sort of position. Do we need to position our SoCal Edison cars in a certain way for the next operating session here? Anyway, we'll just leave it this way. We'll do the one more switching there, really quick, in and out, and then you know what? I'll take you outside and show you the eclipse. That should be fun. I'll show you how I do it. Now, of course, too late for you because this videos are going to be up later on after the eclipse already happened. But at least you'll get a little view of it if you missed it. You'll see what it looked like here in Southern California. I'm looking out the window or out the door there. Yeah, I can kind of tell it's a little bit darker, ever so slightly. Like I said, it's been it's going to be about 50% here, so not a big deal. It's just kind of, you kind of think like, is it cloudy out? Is there a cloud over the top of the sun? That kind of thing. But you'll be able to tell. But anyway, just talking about eclipses, like I said, I was looking back in my Google Photos, and I have pictures that I've taken throughout the years of all the different eclipses that I have partaken of. And I remember the very first one that I at least recall. It was actually kind of interesting because, speaking of my other hobbies, I am a licensed private pilot. And way back in the early, let me think about this. Yeah, I think it's either the late 80s, early 90s, when I was getting my pilot's license. One of the things I was doing was I was flying one of my long cross-country flights all by myself. You know, to get your pilot's license, a couple last things you have to do is you have to fly a couple long flights all by yourself. And so on one of the long ones, I was flying out of San Diego, and I flew out to 29 Palms. And then when I took off from 29 Palms, I was heading down to Yuma, Arizona. And I realized, hey, it seems a little dark out here, because it was kind of like noon or something like that. And well, there was a partial eclipse back then too while I was flying. And you know what, guys, I know this video is getting a little long, so I think we're just going to position over here, because I do want to kind of show you the eclipse here. And my camera's telling me it's time. You're at your limit. So I'm just going to shove back here, or kind of come back here. We'll connect up to the cars, and then we'll call it a day for right now. We got one switching part done here. We're going to have to deal with these guys with the next run here. So we'll just connect up over here, and then I'll reset the camera outside. We'll take a look at this big eclipse here. All right, there is good. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. If you don't care about the eclipse part, you can tune out now. This is it. We'll see you in the next operating video, where we will take care of soundtracks and SoCal Edison. Otherwise, let's jump outside and take a look at this eclipse really quick. All right, guys, here we go. See, we're gonna incorporate our little switch list here to help us take a look at the eclipse. Now I can tell it's a little bit darker out here. Benjamin is sitting here in the shade. I don't even know if you can see him right there, because I have to get the camera adjusted just so just so you can see. And hopefully it comes out looking good. But I got my binoculars right here, and what I'm gonna do is basically just hold the binoculars up like this with the sun, and we're gonna take a look at the what comes out the other end on the paper right there. So let me set this guy up, and I will hold this like so. Get it lined up just perfectly, and there you go. There is your eclipse. I'm gonna try to hold it nice and steady for you, but that is the easy way to look at it. Now I think we're gonna get a little bit more coverage here, but I can tell that it's a little bit darker outside, you know, just a little bit. So you can see we're about halfway covered up here. I think it'll get a little bit farther. But that's it. There's the eclipse of 2024 here in Southern California, and an easy way to kind of look at it right here. All right, guys, till next time, take care.